Milliken's feeling it. He's excited.
You have to be feeling it a little bit after that. I think you made it to a crossroad point in the season now where your reinforcements are coming. You got your next 15 games all against teams under 500. You're one of 11 teams in the MLB right now that are better than 500. Chris Martin, Wilyer Abreu next week. Romy Gonzalez as well. Obviously he's a utility player, but another guy. And then Tristan Casas the week after. This felt like a point in the year where your season could have completely gone off the rails. Now you have a shot to at least try and prove yourself with a month up until the trade deadline, really 6 weeks, but you'll have a month where you'll be the healthiest you've been since the beginning of the year.
Okay, trade deadline I'm hesitant to talk about because I think they could play like their hair is on fire for the next month and no reinforcements are coming. So it's all on you guys. What you guys do is what you guys are going to do. The reinforcements element or the idea that this team is going to go shopping at the deadline to me is kind of laughable.
I don't think
they are.
There's certain guys like Kenley I think is gone no matter what because Liam Hendricks is going to be here at the trade deadline. You already have a closer and Kenley's been unreal. Another outing 2 days ago where he went an inning and a third after going 2 the previous. That's what you're asking out of Kenley. But who knows? Last year you were in a very similar point in the year. The Red Sox went and ripped off a really strong July. They ended up getting left to hang out. Craig Breslow, I think, is going to lean in one direction, at least one way or the other. But maybe you do deal a couple pieces, but you go get that controllable piece we talked about last year that you didn't go and get, maybe the Tyler O'Neill of a pitcher to give yourself some rotation depth. I don't know. You gave yourself a shot at some interesting baseball this summer. There's something to watch over the next 6 weeks. You could have went out in these last 2 series and lost 5 out of 6, and it was clear to everyone. It was done. Your depth treaded water. You somehow found a way with David Hamilton balling out, Emmanuel Valdez balling out, Jamie Westbrook with a big hit in this series, Zach Kelly, a guy who wasn't even on the opening day roster last night. That was ridiculous coming in with the bases loaded. 3-0 count to Gleyber Torres, and you get through it. Say what you will. This team is fighting. They've kept their head somewhat above water. Let's see what happens when you get a little more healthy.
Did you know that since 2019, the Red Sox have a 74-49 record in the month of June? Been on fire in the month of June over the last 5 years. In the other months, they are 190-210, which is a 475 winning percentage.
Kyle Schwarber vibes.
June has been their month. They have been very good in the month of June. Last year was actually not one of the years that they were great in the month of June. They were 13-15 in June last month. My only sort of issue with this week, and by the way, good week for them.
Definitely.
Right? A respectable week, a week that you could just watch them and enjoy them. And those weeks become more and more rare with this Red Sox team. But I think it's just a small sample. Like, they had a good week. And the teams with the losing records that they'll now face coming up, to me, does not guarantee wins with this team. The Red Sox are not a good enough team to look at the competition and say, oh, well, those are layups because they've got inferior competition. They've got bad teams that they're going to face. The Red Sox are one of those mediocre to bad teams. And even mediocre teams have good weeks. They had a good week. It's what it is.
Nice week.
They just went 4-2, but history tells us that they have every possibility of going 2-4 the next 6.
Yeah, they're pretty much a leveling 500 team.
If the Blue Jays sweep you, you'll be in 4th place. Like, it could flip that quickly, or you could win a couple games, and then you have some room in 3rd place.
I'll give them credit, though, for bouncing back, because when Verdugo went deep in that first at-bat on the weekend,
what a clown
I thought this was
guy
going to
is. Man, is he a clown.
Did you hear the cheers, though? Oh, my God.
But that's
fans
Alex
everywhere.
Verdugo. Go back to last year when the Dodgers come here. He goes off in the first game. What happened the next 2 games? He goes 1 for 9.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, thanks, Verdugo. You show up for the big game, and then you're nowhere to be found.
Such a clown.
How do you expect to get treated?
Banging
Like
his
I'm a
chest
Yankee.
as he came around third base.
Point.
Absurd. Total idiot.
This is my house.
Yeah.
Total idiot
My
that
house.
he is. I'm so happy he's gone. See you later.
Did you see him after last night's game? He was sitting at the top of the dugout, the last player, just watching everyone. Last player in the Yankees dugout. Like it was the end of the World Series, and he was sitting there taking it all in.
Yeah. Great. Go home already. Go take a shower, would you?
About your boy Costas.
A lot of Yankee fans there over the weekend,
Yeah.
huh?
There
that's a
always
good
is.
one.
There's
A lot
always
of
a
Yankee
lot.
fans.
Roll call.
They did the roll call.
I know.
Sick. It's gross. Yep. It doesn't have the same vibes at all.
No.
Red Sox, Yankees.
No juice.
No juice whatsoever. None. Let's get to Tristan Casas, shall we?
Sure.
Let's get to this.
Well, it was a
interview
big Father's Day.
from
yes.
last night. I'm going to tell you, for the first time in a while, I like Tristan Casas just a little bit more. I don't say that often. This interview was electric.
My favorite memory of my dad, right? I heard AC tell his when I was in Little League, right? Coach Pitch, I had to have been 6 or 7 just because of how young I was when I kind of enacted the way that I did in this type of situation that I had. My boy Foxy. So I'm in Coach Pitch, and I'm so young. I don't really know what's going on at this point still. I'm still just playing baseball just to burn calories and get out there and get some sun. Right. And, I get out one day and I come back to the dugout crying, pissed. And, that's what a 6-year-old does. He sits on the bench and he cries and he doesn't want to go out there when, his team's playing defense. So my dad, being the dad that he is, trying to teach me the lessons that he did in his own special way, came into the dugout. He actually grabbed me by my shirt, dragged me to the line, and Looney Tunes style kicked me out onto the field. And actually had one of my best friends that I went to high school with later. He ended up playing pro ball. His mom actually called child services on my dad, had him arrested at the field. No, for real. This is no joke. At the field, I see my dad go away in the cop car, gets arrested, sent the night to jail.
You're
But
kidding.
that day, my dad taught me a super valuable lesson that not a lot of people know, and it's that I had a responsibility to my teammates. I had a responsibility to my coaches, to the parents that showed up that day, all the fans who were at that Little League game, whatever it may be, to go out there and give my best effort, no matter how I was feeling on the bench, no matter what I was going through that day, or whatever little hardship that I was feeling when I got out, that I still apply every single time, because sometimes I just want to sit down on this bench after I get out, and I want to weep and I want to cry, but that's not how baseball is. So, I love my dad to death. I wouldn't have this opportunity without him, but funny little excerpt. That's the type of guy my dad is.
Tristan, I love your dad to death. And shame on that mother who called the frickin' police.
No kidding.
You loser. You absolute loser. He literally gave his son the kick in the ass that he needed. I need him here now. Where is Mr. Casas right now?
Can he be an assistant manager?
Can they bring him in for everybody, not just for his son, to give everybody a kick in the ass in that dugout when they need it? We need that guy around. I need him to come kick his son's ass when he's out there suntanning in the bleachers. I need that. Get to work. You're at work, kid. Let's go. I need his dad around. I love it. What a story.
It was a millennial type answer. Where all the other stuff that he bugs you for, you appreciated his story. Because it was real. And it taught me a lesson. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad kicking me in my ass. Yeah. Casas can bug you with a lot of things he says.
There's no crying in baseball. Tristan Casas. All right. I can get on board with this guy right now at this moment in time. Where's this old man?
It's a good question.
Great question.
I would give him one of those assistant to the general manager bogus titles and bring him on in. Bring him on in. What's he do here? He's the ass kicker. All he does is come around, he kicks people in the ass. Looney Tunes style.
There's your Celtics pregame speech right there, so.
There
Bring
it
in
is.
Mr. Casas.
Yes. There
Bring
you
him
go.
in. What's he got? Who's going to land the first interview with his dad? Because someone needs to do it. You guys on the pod there, Milliken?
They don't care.
Why
about
don't you
that.
guys do it?
They don't care about
We're
that.
trying to get Tristan Casas first.
Nah, that's a waste of time. Get his
Why,
old
you-
man.
so you can kiss his
You
ass
want an
for an
interview?
hour?
Talk
Yes,
to
the
his
source.
talk to his dad. I don't care about hearing any more of this.
Let's
for
go,
him.
Rochi.
Let's go.
We want Brady's
Where's his
old man.
dad?
Yeah.
I want to hear from this guy.
We like talking to dad.
Cops arrested him, by the way. Come on. When you get to the field, hey, I was trying to teach my kid a lesson.
I do believe that's kind of like one of those situations where they
You're
don't
like
have a
forced.
choice. Yeah. I bet if you hear the rest of that story, the charges didn't stick and they got dropped the next morning. Yeah. Because it was bogus.
He's being a brat.
Can you believe he became best friends with that kid? I'd never speak to that kid again.
Oh, I know.
How did he not write that guy off in his life? How come his dad didn't kick his ass again? You know?
Yeah.
The world would be a much better place if everybody had a healthy fear of their father or a father-like figure. You
Sure
know?
would.
That's all it takes. That's all it really takes. Just the fear. Doesn't have to happen. Just the fear of getting your ass kicked. is good. It's a good thing.
My wife had to come down separate me and my kid. We were coaching him. Yeah, those incidents happen.
Well, I don't know if it needs to happen all the time in coaching, but just in life,
You get a little frustration. Yeah.
I love that story. What a great story.
Great story.
A great interview. Yep. First Costas interview where I enjoyed him.
Yeah, I actually like Costas for that.
Great story.
It's a different dude, though, huh? Like,
Oh,
you
he's
listen to that whole
Dad
thing.
got arrested.
Teabag.
I would never talk to that kid again. Get out of here. Your mother's an idiot. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say about that. That was fun. Well, let's see where the Sox take it. Maybe it's the start of something bigger. They had a good week. It was enjoyable baseball. They were beating good teams. Hasn't happened frequently enough. So it was good.
They're playing the baseball that Alex Cora wants. You lead the American League in steals right now. You're also first in MLB in triples.
He's still quitting at the end of the year. Don't get it twisted.
Of course, but this athletic version where you're abusing someone like Jose Trevino, you've been on the opposite end of that a lot.
You hear Cora last week talking about how backing up John Henry, and we didn't even talk about it, but Cora backed up Henry, and I talked to Henry, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, you're quitting at the end of the year. Will you stop with this? You don't have to kiss his ass anymore. You're going to be out the door.
He said agree to disagree. He sided with the fans. He was like, I don't think they're that dumb. I don't think they view it that way. I think he had to be political, but listen to the ESPN broadcast last night. They're feeding you exactly what he told them before the game. Cora might take a year off to spend it with his family or whatever it may be. You can hear the words coming out of his mouth.
I like John Henry. He's been amazing to me. There's certain things that we agree on. There's certain things that we don't agree on. That's about as vanilla as you can get. But to go out of your way to be like, I like John Henry, and I think he even said in there that he talks to him or communicates with him regularly, passes a note up to the owner's spot.
No, we only email.
Alex, did we glean anything from the Bananas game yet?
You sure I didn't hit reply?
Is there anything we can do with that Bananas game that we can integrate into our team?
I like the guy on stilts.
I really like some of their pitching methods. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.